You remember the first time you saw Ali, Uncle Mike? Was it in the juvenile center?
I was in a juvenile center just like this, yeah. More kids. Right here.
The youngest heavyweight champion in the history of the sport.
Hey guys, how you doing? I always come to juvenile detention centers because this is where my life pretty much started at. This led me to the road of who I am today. I used to always be in trouble. I've probably been arrested 38 times before I was 13 years old. I've been involved with all kinds of crime as a kid. I started robbing and stealing when I was 10 years old from my mother's friends. And then my whole life was just out of whack. And then some of my friends killed some people. Then I came to this facility in the Bronx called Spofford. And that was pretty much my home. I lived there. Every time I got out, I got arrested again. I've been there. And it was like my home. And so one day Muhammad Ali came in. First we came into the auditorium, much bigger than this though. And we saw the movie The Greatest, which was Muhammad Ali's life story. And then the lights came on and then he came out. And everybody went crazy and I said, it just popped in my mind, I said, I want to be like him. And then from there, I got transferred to another facility. And then when I got transferred there was an older man named Bobby Stewart. He used to be a former fighter. And I was in trouble, so I was in the back of the room. And you guys have isolation here? Well, I was in isolation. I did something stupid. And I was watching all the kids come back. And they had bloody nose, cracked rib, but they were happy. And I was like, what's going on in there? So they were boxing with Bobby Stewart, Mr. Stewart at the time. And so he gave me the opportunity to box with him. And he really shellacked me, kicked my ass. And I asked him can you teach me how to do that? And so, moving on, he taught me how to fight. And he introduced me to this other gentleman named Cus D'Amato, an older guy, about 70 years old. And that's when my whole life changed. I had no self-respect for myself, I had no discipline, I had low self-esteem, I hated myself. And I met this Cus D'Amato guy, and he changed that all around. He changed me from hating myself to just absolutely falling in love with myself. And he was like a father figure. He was my first mentor. And from him, life has never been better. I've been champion of the world 3 times. I've been over the world over 5,000, 6,000 times. I've done everything I ever wanted to do in my life. It's because I didn't give up in life. And I know you guys don't believe it, but I've done things that you couldn't even imagine I've been arrested for. And still, I didn't let that hold me down. I had hope, I had faith in God, and I knew things would be different. Plus, I had a great mentor. And me and Tommy had the same mentor. And that's why Tommy's here doing helping people, because our mentor he was a socialist guy, but he was a beautiful person. He had a great heart, and he liked to give to people. All his money, he always said people stole money, but he gave all his money away. And that's how people like Tom become the person he's become. It's not necessarily about fighting, it's about anything in life. You want to be the best, newspaper seller, you have to sacrifice. And that's what success is all about, sacrificing. And trust me, if I can make it, I'm sure it's a lot worse than you guys can make it. I always thought if I make it, anybody in the world can make it. And I was the poorest person I ever knew. My parents were in the sex business, my mother's a prostitute. I was hopeless, but there's always hope. You remember that? There's always hope. And listen,
go back.
When we get in here, we think your guys can let us, hey man, I didn't do anything. Like y'all got power to let me out. I'm copping this, hey, I didn't do anything. I was in there, the other guy was there. But they can't do shit. They say to the judge, right?
Shake hands, just shake hands. Can you sign my, can you sign this? Can you sign my let's go? Can you sign my let's go? Hey, sign it. I'm actually going to be taken out.
No pushing.
Can you hear me? So I was telling Tom that he has to come to the Muslim community, and you people have to tell brothers, sisters, you have to tell him what you want. Whatever you want, he would fight for you. And that's why we're here. We're here for you, brothers and sisters. We're here for you. So whatever it is you think you need in our community, please allow Tom to know what it is. Alhamdulillah. Thank you.
We have to go. We have to go. Go. We gotta go. We gotta go. Thank you, my brother. All right, Mike.
Alhamdulillah.
Let's stop.
Hey, please.
Last one, guys. I'm not gonna ask him. There you go. One of the commonalities, we've got Rafael Cordero, we got Billy White, Mike's trainers. We've got a commonality. One thread we talked about even this morning is that no matter what happens, no matter the challenges, we have a young lady here, we have some youth in the group, whatever the challenges, whatever the adversity, just don't quit. Keep going forward.
Mike, I'm a native New Yorker from 102nd.
New York!
From 102nd between 1st and 2nd Avenue. Wait a minute. Check this out. I flew pigeons in New York, but now I got Precious that flies with me. She'd like to meet you.
Just put your hand right to the tank. Hand right to it. So check it out. Mike's got tigers and lions and all these great wild animals, and he's afraid of a parrot.
I learned not to touch anybody's animals that don't belong to me. If this animal don't belong to me, I don't touch it.
She's a good girl.
I respect that.
Yeah, she goes to a lot of hospitals with me to hang out with other
How did
veterans.
you get it?
I walked into a store in Lodi, and she was there. She said hello, got on my arm, and been here for 12 years.
Hello.
I served in the 10th Mountain Infantry in New York while I was in Afghanistan. I was just wondering if any of your family members are planning to serve your kids, or you have any family members that might have served in the military?
Okay. Well, listen, I'm the only one in my family that didn't join the military. I'm the only one, all the men in my family, since the 1900s, part of the military. Matter of fact, since the beginning of this country. So I like to think that they took the bullets and gave bullets for me as well, for my freedom.
Then thanks for serving. Appreciate it. Mr. Stokes, young Stokes. Hey!
You got a belt, huh?
Yeah.
Mike, I'm a young champion. I was asking if you could sign my championship belt that I
Say that again?
if you could sign my championship belt and take pictures with me at the year.
Move it.
In 2020. Thank you. Good.
It's your belt?
Yes.
He wants to sign it.
Can you sign it for me?
This is Diesel Stokes, one of the promising local amateur fighters,
Diesel.
and his dad right here that's building and nurturing the next generation of great fighters.
Questions also for Mike. I was also a boxer. I fought under your car when you fought Bruce Seldon in Las Vegas. The night that Tupac got shot. What do you remember about that night?
That's crazy.
What I remember I thought the guy just fainted and I didn't hit him. I didn't hit the guy. You saw that too? None of my friends saw it. I said, you gotta see I didn't hit this guy. None of my friends saw that Mike, you caught him off the head. Thank you, bro. Thank you. No one saw it. I said, you don't see, I didn't hit him. They said, you got him good, Mike, off the head. Yeah, I didn't hit him. Yeah, I remember I didn't hit him. He It's kind of like a dive, I think.
When Tyson and Jake Paul fight, Tyson's gonna smash him. All right, no joke. Youngest heavyweight champion of the world, and still the baddest man on the planet. Team Tyson. Team Tyson.
I would take a couple of green bananas and put them on the top shelf that you couldn't see. Otherwise, Mike would wipe them out in one sitting. You'd go in the pantry and eat them.
Especially the ice cream.
So I put a couple up in the morning time. I might get my cornflakes and cut a banana up. And I'm like, I look down in the trash and there's the banana peels from 2 bananas. So it's Saturday morning. Mike's inside the living room watching cartoons. I go out there and said, hey, I said, what's the matter with you? You think all the food's for you? I said, you got to think everything's all about you. I said, I got to be like, kind of like it. Mike's just sitting there. I said, I put 2 bananas away and you can't even, you have to have that too? So he's just sitting there. Doesn't say anything. No big deal. It's over. No big deal. So we go to the training at 12 o'clock. We come back and we go back to the house. We're going back to the house to go to the car. And Cus like, where's Mike? I said, I don't know. He's not here. All right, let's go back to the house. A couple mile walk. A few hours later, I go up to my bedroom, and there's a bunch of bananas in my room. So he walked to the store, then he walked home, and brought bananas.
I used to box. I was in Philadelphia. All right?
That's a fight camp.
That's a fight camp. All right? So I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Until one day, I didn't duck. Okay. Yeah. And I hit the ground. And my father was there. My father didn't spend a lot of time with me, but he was there. And he was like, get up, get up. I was like, this guy is crazy. This guy hit me. I didn't think boxing meant that I was gonna get hit. Because when I got hit, I realized that was not something I love to do. You've got to find something that's your passion. Find something that if it hits you so hard and knocks you down, that you can get up.
Yes, more.
Yeah. So, when you had that first hit, you got knocked down.
Yes.
Did you love boxing then?
I jumped right up that second. And I couldn't breathe in anybody. It jumped up. He would have killed me if he would have hit me anybody. It jumped up. I don't know why.
See, it was unconscious in his heart and in his soul. If you find something that you're unconscious about, that you will get back up no matter what the situation or condition is in, then it gives you the ability to understand one thing, and that's what you're supposed to be doing. You got somebody that loves you, that summons you, that decided he wasn't just going to teach you boxing, right?
Exactly.
What did he do?
Well, you make me cry.
It's all right.
Deep breaths.
What's up, man?
Ooh, you got me.
You all crying.
You told me life.
It's all right. If you want to have a relationship with somebody, and I'm pretty sure there was some time that he knocked you down and told you about yourself, but you have to have somebody that will be pouring into you. It's called impartment. That I'm going to impart into somebody, not because I'm going to get something out of it, but because I just want to give it to them. I didn't want to make you cry, so if you get mad, that's not thinking behind me. His job is to jump in front of me if you have to throw a right hook. Okay,
I don't go to church.
So he imparted into you. What happened to you when the person that was pouring into you had to leave?
Well, I was prepared. He prepared me for him not being around anymore.
Okay.
It was something he prepared me for.
See, come on, give me a high five on that one. High five on that one. He prepared him. He didn't give him a skill or a task or something to do. He prepared him for life beyond boxing.
He made me independent.
He made you. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's wonderful. And his name was?
Cus D'Amato.
Cus D'Amato. We should all just, for a moment, have a moment of silence for the man that imparted the life, not a lifestyle, but the life and the ability to get through our times. Let's just all just give him a moment.
Thank you. Like I was saying, I'm happy to be here in Stockton. I'm here to support my brother Tom. I believe he's the right man for the job. And this is just the best place to be at this moment.
Look at the history of boxing. You've got John L. Sullivan. You've got fighters that are so great. You've got Jack Dempsey. You've got Joe Louis. You've got Jack Johnson. You could go through a whole litany. You've got obviously Muhammad Ali. You've got Joe Frazier. You've got George Foreman. What's very interesting, though, not one of them was still fighting in their 50s. Here's Mike Tyson, an incredible disciplined athlete who's gone through difficulties, gone through hardships, gone through many challenges in his life, but he still stands tall, he still stands strong, and as the youngest heavyweight champion in the history of the sport, he's about to lace up gloves and fight this young guy named Jake Paul in another few months.
Whoop his ass, Mike!
And you're gonna see Mike, once again, show dominance, show excellence, and show why he's one of the greatest fighters in the history of the sport as a heavyweight champion.
Human beings' biggest downfall is to believe that they have limitations. I don't believe in limitations. No, I believe your limit is up when you no longer exist. So I don't believe in limitations. I believe that anyone can do anything they want if they want to do it bad enough. That's just my belief system. Julius Caesar said he's like 70 years after Christ. He said 365 days is a year. So before he was born, how did we tell our age? So we're as old as we feel. We don't know how old we are. Originally, we really don't know how biologically how old we are. Somebody told us how old we were. That's how we know that. We don't know nothing about ourselves. All we know is what people told us about ourselves. We never took a chance to do it, analyze our own self. Just be biased about the analyzation.
Any update on Jake Paul's fight? Because we want to see you knock him out.
What round you knocking Jake Paul out in?
Woo!